TaeJa with just perfect control in the first game. And I have to say, if I was Rain here, I would have a very, very hard time staying calm. Like you said it, he's lost 4 games in a row in the WCS Korea finals, and now he lost this first game. And he looked a little bit shaken up at the victory screen when we played that video where you see the expressions on the player's face as one of them leave. It looked a little bit like Rain was actually, he was taking the loss very hardly. I mean, on his face, you could see that a little bit. So he's gonna have to stay focused here, make sure. Whoa, he's scouting very early, actually. I guess on Whirlwind, like we've seen more and more of that, because you wanna know as soon as possible if you're up against the command center first, but this could also be, oh, is he taking the second gas? A proxy target again. That's very possible here.
Command center first is a build that TaeJa 100% used on Whirlwind against DuckDuck in this tournament. It makes sense, and luckily for Rain, he's scouting last position here. And I say that, even though it sounds weird, is that by process of elimination, he's gonna know that his opponent's not top left, he's gonna know his opponent's not top right, and he can just automatically throw down the Stargate. And if he's presuming that his opponent's gonna go command center first by scouting so early, he doesn't even need to scout TaeJa, he can just do it.
But do you think that TaeJa will ever not scout here? I think he's gonna scout. Yeah, look, he's sending an SCV. This is more important. I mean, if Rain goes for a proxy and TaeJa doesn't scout it, which actually he didn't the last game, but he was just preparing for everything, things could get really bad very quickly. And look, through where he skewed his SCV, through that area on the right side where there could be a proxy something.
Well, with these probes crossing paths, I mean, what goes through TaeJa's mind upon seeing this probe scout? Does he think that it's a bit of a later one come from top left? Does he think that it's an early one come from bottom left? He's now seen it.
You can't really know. I think he's gonna have to confirm that Rain is not on the top left. But then again, with TaeJa, you never know. He might be able from there to realize that this is cross map. You know, he's a superhuman, I'm not.
Well, Rain's got 2 in gas. He's not got 3. He's got the Nexus down already, and it doesn't look like he's going to even attempt to try anything too crazy.
I'm surprised he took 2 gases this early if he was going to play like this. On this map, oh wow, the probe is going to be able to get out of here. On this map, a good build order that you can do to make sure you don't fall too far behind economically is the 1 gate, 1 gas expand with the Zealot that you cancel at the last second. A lot of players choose to do that on this map, but Rain, he seems to really like his double gas opener, even before Cybernetics core.
Well, TaeJa's not going to have any information, any clues, but if we just look at patterns from the previous game, TaeJa was scanning all the time, looking at what Rain was up to. He's not going to get any confirmation with this SCV. The Stalker should be able to push it away. And as the Mothership Core does come in, just as a look, as 3 Marines do push it back.
Okay, pretty quick robo by Rain standard here. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws down a Forge very shortly after that. And interesting placement on that last barracks that TaeJa just made, just on top of the refinery here. What happens if he wants to make, okay, he's gonna fix it immediately by moving the barracks. And what does TaeJa see? I don't think he's gonna see the robo.
Sees nothing, unfortunately, there. One thing about Rain that I've noticed of all his games this season in the WCS Korea Premier League is that he stays on 1 Forge for a very, very long time. He much prefers to have out the units, the right units, rather than the right upgrades. For example, he would much rather go Colossus and fast over High Templar and just forget about upgrading off double Forges for a long time in this game. Is that a good style to have? Does it not affect him? Because in the last game, he was quite far behind in upgrades for almost all the fights, if not every fight.
He was far behind on upgrades because he was far behind economically, and all his tech was delayed because of that. But this is actually the way that every Protosses have been playing recently, Protoss versus Terran. You just get 1 Forge, because if you get 2, you're gonna have a lot less units. You're not gonna have the gas to get everything that you want to get. So usually these days, the standard in the matchup, you get your 2nd Forge as you start your Templar Archive, or just a little bit later. And that's after you've gone for Colossus, so quite late.
Well, the Robotics Bay is on its way now for Rain, as well as +1 armor. Neither player have got any information until that sound that we just heard, which is a scan that sees nothing.
Oh, the SCV, gonna try to sneak into the main.
Also nothing.
And you know, TaeJa might start suspecting something crazy here, like a Dark Templar drop or something like that. I guess we're at 740 and it hasn't hit yet.
Well, he's built a turret here just in case.
Yeah. And always easy gonna scan for the observer in the main. Rain turns around with it. There was an observer about to enter the main. Rain very nicely saw the Marines and moved back. And yeah, I think TaeJa wants to deny scouting here. He knows that if Rain knows what you're doing, it's going to be very hard to beat him. Let's just say that.
Well, Rain saw the factory, so he knows exactly his opponent's build here. He knows that there was no third command center rushed. He spots the gases on the natural, and has got quite a bit of information here. It looks like the observer will maybe get picked off.
No, he doesn't have a scan actually. TaeJa is bluffing. That's pretty cool. He wanted the observer to leave at this point, and this is not going to work. Rain reads through this. He sees the energy on the second orbital command, and
well, there's energy now. 50 energy is acquired, and the observer does go down, but he's seen everything he needs to see from this position. And behind this, Rain has opted for quite an early third nexus. Through everything he's seen, command center first, into the barracks, and a pretty decently timed factory and starport. How much of a risk is this, and how much does the warp prism play into this game?
I think it's going to be very important. If this doesn't do any damage, TaeJa is going to be in a great position. I love that TaeJa threw down the third command center, and this wasn't seen by Rain yet. In the game that Rain tried to do this warp prism aggression against Bomber when he played him, this is the only game that he lost actually. And he lost it quite hard, so yeah, I think it was an Achillean waist. So this game, he's going to have to execute it a lot better. I like that he went for such a quick third, by the way. This was a very, very quick third, like 9 minutes.
It's going to get spotted, though. There's a Marine about to go up there.
But yeah, look at the composition of TaeJa. He's got only Marines right now. He has to wait for Medivacs to be able to start on doing any damage. And look, those Medivacs now, they're being boosted across the map, but the warp prism is going to fly into the main of TaeJa. There is no turret there, and his units are completely out of position.
Yeah, nice drop here by Rain. Going to get a couple of SCV kills. Everything is waypointed to this location. At the same time, on the other side of the map, TaeJa is there,
but get force fielded.
Double Colossus. The Medivacs are there to help out with a bit of an evacuation, but at the same time, Zealot's causing havoc inside this main base, picking up 8-9 kills here.
Yeah, the army supply ran off 52 to 42 in TaeJa's favor. He's going to steam in there, and nice flank.
Oh, nice flank coming in by TaeJa. Is he going to be able to get one of these Colossus? One goes down. Oh my God, he gets both of the Colossus. A massive move from TaeJa. Excellent flank. And not only does he get the Colossus, he gets the protection to the third nexus. So all of a sudden, Rain had everything. And it just slipped through his fingers. It slipped through the cracks. Everything Rain had is gone.
Rain never started blink or charge for some time, so he didn't have any of these in support. He had to make thermal lens earlier, and I think I wasn't paying attention, but I think thermal lens finished as he lost his Colossus. So can he hold here? He has to hold if he wants to be able to stay in this game. He's killed a lot of SCVs. He's actually ahead on walkers right now. This is really weird. 56 probes to 47 SCVs. TaeJa has got his third base now. He's going to start throwing down the bunker there, and Rain is going to have to re-expand. Whoa.
Bit of an attack here. Force fields do come in. Looks like Rain is going to survive here with that Colossus. For now, as long as he keeps on warping his Zealots to keep protecting it. A stim forward here, trying to bring it down. Is it going to go down? It isn't. Oh, pick up by TaeJa, and actually goes for the Colossus. Is he going to get it? Oh! TaeJa picks up with the Medivacs and gets a Colossus that didn't seem like it was going to be available to be picked off. But at the same time, Rain is dropping, and he has killed a lot of SCVs too. 12 SCVs have gone down, disruption in the mineral lines. But Todd, tell me, who is leading? Who is winning in this game?
TaeJa.
Rain's lost a lot, TaeJa's lost a lot.
Yeah, TaeJa is winning by far right now, but when behind Dark Shrine, and Rain, he knows that. He's already got his Warp Prism across the map. The Dark Shrine is going to finish in 30 seconds, and actually, if Rain warps in 3 Dark Templars now, he sends one in the third, one in the main, and one in the natural. There is only a turret in the natural right now. TaeJa could be in lots of trouble. He has to save energy here. If he uses his mules now, those Dark Templars are going to do so much energy. 8 seconds to the Dark Shrine finishing.
All right, there is mules been called down, Todd. They've been called down from the main, from the natural. There is no scans available. DT getting warped in here from the Warp Prism.
Oh, a Viking! A Viking is heading towards the Warp Prism.
Can they get dropped in? Because this is Rain's opportunity back in this game.
He has no proxy pylon nearby.
All right, well, the DTs are in. All the Marines. One DT, just one single DT. Oh my God, a big drop inside the main base here. It looks like Rain does have a few units here to deal with this.
And there is a scan up at the third base of TaeJa. He should be able to defend against this.
All right, well, this gets picked up. Oh, some units may go down here. One medevac does fall. Whoa, a scrappy game by both players here, losing a lot of SCVs again. 22 SCVs have been killed. If it wasn't for that Warp Prism, I think this game would have ended.
Yeah, but TaeJa, such a brilliant move to send a Viking there. This changed everything. I think he might have lost there, or at least he would have taken so much damage if this hadn't happened, if he hadn't killed this Warp Prism. Because now there was only one Dark Templar sent into the main, and TaeJa just got a scan at that moment, so he he sniped it very, very quickly. Only the Zealots in the third base got some kills on those SCVs.
The big problem surely must be the investment in the DTs. He's keeping him away from the Templar Archives coming down. And with double star puts in and Vikings on the way, and they're rising up fast. There's only 2, but they are going to be 3, 5 shortly and more. And does it not make Rain very vulnerable before Storm is ready?
Actually, Rain's now, he's got Colossus, and he's got a lot of Blink Stalkers, so he's actually going to be in quite decent... Oh, this Dark Templar almost makes it, but barely not. And we're going to have a drop in the main. I think Rain is in a decent position. If he defends well here and reaches Storms, he's going to be in a great position, I think.
All right, well, let's see if he can continue to hold on, because these 2 drops have gone undetected so far, I think, here. Rain has a really good income across these 3 bases, by the way, because of the amount of SCVs that have gone down. Oh my gosh, I don't think there's anything here to defend. Units have been warped in. Units have been warped in inside the main base. The third Nexus is about to be broken down. Oh, Rain loses his third Nexus again here. TaeJa with a great play. I mean, that's a decent pickup, I guess, for picking up 1 medivac, but losing the third Nexus.
Yeah, Rain, if he wants to do something good here to catch up, or at least to come back, he has a probe on the top right-hand side of the map. He needs to start proxying some pylons and send some Zealot in the third base of TaeJa, because right now, you want to keep on harassing, like first dose every single time versus 10. You want to keep on sending Zealots to do some damage, otherwise you're just sitting there defending all the time. And you can do a lot more than that, especially on 3 bases. So although Rain is doing long-distance mining right now on his third base, this is one of the possibilities that he should use, in my opinion, if he wants to be able to stay in this game, because TaeJa is going to start pulling ahead on supply. And you never want that to happen when you're playing against TaeJa, because he controls his units pretty well, usually.
What a good game this one is, with TaeJa currently leading this best of 5. Remember, first of 3 games is going to go on to the semi-finals, the quarterfinal here of the WCS Season 2. And the scan goes down, yeah, he sees the High Templars here, and he does start, well, he's already got Moby Strack to finish up. I'm sure he'll start his Ghost production soon.
Yeah, he doesn't have a single one yet, though, so I don't think he should attack now, unless he thinks Storm isn't ready yet, but it is ready. Rain will be very happy about that, and TaeJa is going to go for another drop. This gets spotted by the pylon. I think TaeJa is just going to abort.
Yeah, abortion is called there. Can TaeJa fight? He can't fight here before Ghosts are ready, surely.
Yeah, probably not. Unless Rain moves out and like fights in a really bad concave. I don't think TaeJa should fight.
Well, so far, 163 supply here for Rain. Still on a decent income now. He's got that third Nexus back up and running, but I'm pretty sure he could have been at 200 supply by now if he didn't lose that Nexus. And TaeJa at 183, really posturing up. 3-3 on the way for him. And now starting to get those Ghosts of 4th Command Center while there's a bit of downtime here. Because Rain, as you said, doesn't really want to move out and then get attacked. And TaeJa's waiting to get his Ghost before he can do anything. So there is a bit of a slow period for this game for the time being, but it's going to ramp up in speed very soon once again.
And look, proxy pylons have been made on the top right-hand side of the map. Rain, he's finally reached his comfort zone. He's got 2 Templars and lots of Zealots in the main to defend against any kind of drops. And he's got Templars in position in lots of places. So if you look at his vision now, he's actually got a bunch of observers outside of each base that he's took. And he can see anything headed his way. I think he's just going to look to take a 4th base and keep on massing from there and start sending Zealots in the 3rd base of TaeJa. Look, 3 Zealots are being walked on the top right-hand side already.
One observer does go down there as TaeJa starts to move forward, as he starts to add these Ghosts into his composition. Nice. Oh, on the edge of the scan there, gets that snipe. Oh, multiple snipes coming in here by TaeJa, dropping that High Templar count. A couple of headshots coming from these Ghosts as he scans and sees a couple more in position. You cannot afford to lose any more High Templars, really. Another observer goes down. You bring up the point of the Zealots coming in, but there's a Ghost here. There's 4 Marines stemmed up. A good EMP there onto these Zealots.
The 3-2 is about to finish. I think TaeJa might have waited for that, but he's pulling back somehow. He might think he doesn't have enough to defend against these Zealots, but he does. He should re-wall that bunker, by the way.
Is he going to send up some units to clear these pylons?
It would be a smart thing to do. The problem is that Rain will warp in some Zealots. Yeah. Depending on how many units there are. He would need to send too many to make this work. And then Rain would just maybe attack. He would put himself in danger if he did that.
Well, Rain with the observer there on screen knows exactly where his opponent is. Not anymore, as that observer does get picked off there. Eagle eyes by TaeJa, sees all the observers. Always has done.
Eagle eyes, the scan.
Eagle eyes, always gets those scans down, but the High Templar move forward. A scan goes down immediately. Another observer to the left, that's probably going to get picked off here, and it does get picked off with Storm to initiate here.
He put EMP. Nice feedback. And nice EMP as well.
EMP on 2 of those High Templar. Another Storm comes down. TaeJa, does get a decent EMP on 2 of the High Templar. There's still a lot more left. Rain does have +3 armor. Doesn't have too much of an attack upgrade here. but TaeJa's at 3-3.
And TaeJa, he has the 4th base already. So look, his bank is gonna start going up very, very quickly. And look at those 2 goals. This is so smart. He's about to have cloak. And I think there's no observer. There is no observer right now on the map. And TaeJa has cloak. He keeps on scanning. He's waiting for Rain to come up that front. He wants it to happen. He wants to cloak his ghost and EMP and snipe every one of those Templars. And Rain knows about that. I think he should realize here that he doesn't have any ghost and any observers. He makes one immediately, he queues another one, but he's actually already maxed.
Yeah, already maxed. He only has 1 observer, and the scans keep on coming down. This could be very dangerous here for Rain. He's going to have to play this out so delicately if he's not going to take any losses. 2 more High Templar do go down. The 4th base again denied here. Meanwhile, as you say, TaeJa is mining from 4 bases. A lot of command centers coming down. Another observer has started. TaeJa waiting patiently. Here we do have a couple of storms come down the right side, do get into the Vikings.
TaeJa is content with the current situation. He's got a 4th base. He knows that his opponent doesn't have one because he's got some Marine on the top left-hand side. So he's basically going to endlessly deny that 4th base of Rain from being taken. And Rain, he's going to run out of money at some point. If he doesn't attack, it's going to be so hard for him to win. He has to attack at some point. And TaeJa is only waiting for that with the nice concave every single time and the ghost in position with the perfect snipes and EMPs.
This is the Terran versus Protoss art of war here between these 2 players, dancing with death. There's both of them 1 mistake, 1 error, 1 misclick, and you're a loser here. I do not want that to happen.
I actually think the composition of Rain is really bad. He's got only 2 Colossi. You need at least 5 or 6 against this composition. But TaeJa, he doesn't have that many Vikings. He's going to be perfect for him.
Well, he scans ahead of time once again. TaeJa getting ready to go. A couple of nukes are being researched here by TaeJa. We'll see if they can come into play. Here comes the cloak. Here comes the EMPs. The storms are good, but he can't see anything. There's no observers, and the ghosts are just causing havoc here. And oh boy, TaeJa wins the fight, and the observer's on its way, but it's still out of position here. And again, TaeJa just takes the high ground. If Rain was to fight up there, he had to retreat. He would have lost the game there if he took that fight. And a nuke zones out. And oh boy, this is tense indeed as TaeJa back to 200 supply. Everything's healed up now with these medivacs healing everything. Rain taking losses.
This is such insane play by TaeJa. His positioning, everything's perfect. And Rain is going to... he's really thinking about it right now.
Well, there's an observer and does survive for once.
You know, Rain's not going anywhere. He's not able to make anything work in this game. I think he needs to take his...
Is he going to fight? Is he getting impatient?
I think he has to go for it at some point.
There's a lot of ghosts here, though. All the observers on the left-hand side. It's gone again. There's no observer. There's one right behind it, actually. One right behind it now, so it is again with this army.
Look at Rain's saturation on his 3rd base. He's got way too many probes there. He needs a new base. 39 out of 24 probes on his 3rd base.
The income quite heavily in TaeJa's favor, and TaeJa's about to take another base on the right-hand side here. Rain needs a base. He needs to take another Nexus here.
His natural is mined out now. And I think TaeJa realized that even if Rain now takes a 4th base, he's just so far ahead on economy, and he's got his composition that he wanted to go for. He's got his nukes. He's just going to throw down command center, start sacking SCVs, and from there, I mean, he's going to have so much supply.
All right, well, another scan goes down here for TaeJa on his army, getting rid of observers, another one across to make sure he knows where his opponent's army is. And he is taking the 5th base here.
The Walker count's actually quite even right now, but I think if TaeJa starts suiciding, let's say 20 SCVs, he's going to have so much army supply. Oh, nice storm.
Nice storm coming here, a little bit of efficiency in trade-off for 2 High Templars. The ghosts do look more aggressively towards sniping off anything they can get. That pylon going to warp in 2 zealots, and they're going to get into the mineral line before that planetary fortress is ready, but it is ready now, so it's not really going to do anything, unfortunately. And the turret's up there as well, so that's a bit of a nuisance, and even going to take out the pylon.
What do you mean not going to do anything? The planetary fortress lost more than 100 hit points, man. That's pretty good.
If only it couldn't get repaired.
And TaeJa, man, he's been doing so much work. I'm actually going to watch the game a little bit with his view, because this is so impressive. He keeps on scanning. He never got stormed too heavily. Unlike Alive, he's been able to defend every single one of those storms. And I think there was 2 decent storms made and about 20 Templars killed already. How many Templars were killed in this game? 14 already. And how many good storms did you see? Not too many.
Not too many, man. 13 observers and 14 High Templar have been killed in this game. Only 3 Vikings and 9 ghosts. Quite the trade-off there. As we're about to see again, TaeJa march forward, scanning always. He sees everything. It's like Map-Pack with the amount of scans he has, the amount of orbital commands. He never stops scanning, always knows where the High Templar are. One bad storm will ruin your day. And again, an evasion. But a nuke has been called down here by TaeJa. The Ghost on the right-hand side, aiming for the high ground.
Wow.
Unfortunately, this High Templar... Oh, no.
He's going to take out the pylon in one of these cannons, I think. This reminds me of a game on Tal'Darim.
Tal'Darim Altar, it may have featured you, and it may have featured Happy, and it may have featured Day9's voice Death. As we have more nukes coming down onto this position from the low ground.
And Rain is going to try to claim the middle watchtower to get a good engagement.
They're both about to take the same place. He scans, and TaeJa wants to fight every day of the week here, but Rain's very scared. Here comes the SCV sacrifice.
TaeJa started losing a lot of SCVs. He's going to lose even more now. TaeJa's army supply, oh my god, 145, but same thing for Rain. This is Clash of the Titans here. Both players. Oh, the Templars! Oh my. This is not good for...
Bit of miscontrol there, as that's another, 5 added to the total here. They keep on dying as the Ghosts really just keep their lives alive and keep on going, keep on trucking away as another nuke is called down here on the high ground. Pressure mounting from Rain. But what does Rain need to do? All right, if a dream scenario is to happen, what is it?
He needs to get a perfect engagement. If TaeJa would attack into him, it would be perfect. But TaeJa's not going to do that. He's going to let him, he's going to wear him down. He's just going to keep on nuking. These nukes are very cost effective. He keeps on killing pylons, cannons as well. And there's going to be no more detection soon by those cannons left for Rain. He needs those cannons as well as his army to help defend against any potential attack here. And look at the Vikings now, they are 3-1. I mean, they're going to take out this Colossi so quickly.
Rain has only got 500 gas in the bank. For a 31-minute game, it's a sad thing to see. He's not going to be able to remake too much of anything here. There's another observer's dead, and that High Templar being chased, but seems like it is going to escape. A storm comes down on the right-hand side, does get a chunk of these Ghosts.
Lots of damage done onto those Ghosts here. And if you look at the composition of Rain here, this is not the composition you want to have in this kind of 200 maxed army supply. He's got way too many Zealots. He needs to sack them, send them across the map to try and do some damage. He doesn't have enough Stalkers. You need up from 10 up to 12 to help against the Vikings. Not enough Colossi, just 3. So I think if TaeJa fights here, he just wins.
You think this is a big problem because of the starvation of bases, the lack of gas that he's had? He's forced into a lot of Zealots, it seems here. And a blink mode. Is this going to be it? The EMP's blanking everything. Good retreat storms there from Rain, who keep TaeJa away for now as the Vikings take critical damage and will need to be repaired off there, and Rain stays alive for a little bit longer here. But TaeJa's expanding all over the place.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bases, but I mean, he's gonna have to win a fight at some point. So he sent back his Vikings. He's repairing all of them right now. That's very, very smart. Instead of just losing them, he's just gonna repair them. And I don't understand TaeJa. He just needs a perfect engagement. He's not able to get it so far. Why did it look like it was what he wanted to happen the entire game? So although Rain's composition is not that great, he was able to get good enough storms off in the previous fight that it kind of looked bad for TaeJa for some time. So he had to pull back for now.
All right, well, this game continues on here. More and more Colossus are being added into the army. As you said earlier, that was needed to happen, and it is starting to happen here.
Oh, he's going to sack some Zealots onto this third base of TaeJa. And that's really, really smart. He needs to replace those with some Stalkers, maybe a bit more Archons, but I don't know, there's just so many Ghosts.
He's actually going to pick off that Planetary. It's a bit of a win there for trading off.
Well, TaeJa has like so many bases at this point that I don't think he even minds. And this is so smart what TaeJa's doing. Even if he kills this base and then loses his army, he's gonna trade well enough that Rain's economy is gonna be so low that, look, behind this TaeJa, how much money he has. This is ridiculous. He's getting so many command centers.
Rain needs another base. It's been the moral of this story. Rain needs a base. Rain needs to expand here. And Rain is very active out in the open. Pylon's been put down.
Oh, he's got a middle. TaeJa has to be very careful here. He needs to scan perfectly, and Templars might come from every single way around his army. He's actually going to go up to a high ground here, kind of retreat for the moment.
Well, Zealots coming down into the natural as well here. A single Ghost isn't going to be able to do too much here. A couple of scans do come down, and Rain postured up very strong in the middle, but remember, he doesn't have too much money behind this. He still needs another Nexus to be able to get the gas, to replenish Colossus, to replenish High Templar, to make Archons.
And you know what? Rain, he's got only 5 Templars right now on the map. This is a very low amount. These 5 Templars very easily could get EMP'd and sniped, and then, I mean, he loses the fight very, very hard if that happens.
Well, that Ghost takes a bit of a hit there. Army supply is in favor of TaeJa after sacrificing a lot of SCVs here. And, well, he cloaks up, he moves forward. A storm keeps him back for now. 2 Ghosts go forward. in hope to get that high Templar.
165 army supply by TaeJa, 149 by Rain.
Wow.
We're going to have the clash of the Titans very soon now between those two players. And the Colossus count is actually very scary considering the amount of Vikings that TaeJa has.
7 Colossus here compared to 15 Vikings. Couple of storms, maybe if these Stalkers blink in the right position, things could go in Rain's favor. TaeJa is still leading this series. 3 observers with this army as well, so he is quite equipped for the time being against the Cloak Ghost. A good storm there. But he is trading off these high Templars. I'm seeing 1 picked off here and there. He's down to 4.
This is so tense right now. One single mistake and you're out. Or at least you lose this game. And neither of these players want to commit to a huge fight just yet. But I think it's coming soon.
It's been coming a long time here, and it's going to be a big, mighty one. But the problem is, I think it's going to end really fast one way or the other, depending on this. And TaeJa's army supply, all right, in StarCraft, you can have 200 supply of workers and army. Currently, TaeJa has 170 army supply, just 30 in workers at this point here. Oh, decent storm on those Vikings, take a bit of damage, all in high yellow health for the time being, but still, better than nothing there. The observers move forward, 3 of them actually, and they're all going to get picked off, every single one of them. Oh, no, one does escape. A blink forward here, focusing down the Vikings. That's going to be one crucial point for Rain to win.
They are microing their heart out, man. This is incredible.
Intense.
They are just staring at each other and just sending some units in every single time. And oh, the Templar has been spotted. Going to be able to storm twice.
Good storms coming in, and a couple high Templar do get traded off. Is this the fight we want to see? No, it's not, as Rain does retreat once again here, but not too many high Templar here for Rain as TaeJa decides to take the high ground. EMP's covering his retreat here, or at least covering the access for Rain. High Templar on the left-hand side, scans come down. Great EMPs, great snipes by TaeJa, and this is it. Finally, after 38 minutes, the battle of the Titans will happen. TaeJa 160 supply. Rain is taking critical damage. TaeJa is pulling the stops here, and when the money he has behind it, Rain is dying.